हेलो स्टूडेंट, गुड मॉर्निंग। आज हम अकाउंट्स पार्ट 2 एनालिसिस ऑफ फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट में कई पॉइंट्स डिस्कस करने वाले हैं। सो लेट अस स्टार्ट अवर वीडियो। सबसे पहले पॉइंट है, आप लोग देख सकते हो, ऑब्जेक्टिव्स ऑफ फाइनेंशियल एनालिसिस। आज हम सारे के सारे ऑब्जेक्टिव्स को डिस्कस करने वाले हैं। Financial analysis has different objectives for different stakeholders. Important objectives of financial analysis are as follows. सबसे पहला है evaluation of earning capacity. So generally financial statements are prepared for the duration of 12 months, right? What is the earning capacity of entity during this period? This analysis is made with the help of different accounting ratios. हमने रेशियो का चैप्टर पढ़ चुके हैं, हमने वहां पर रेशियोज भी फाइंड किए थे। तो कैसे पता चलता है? तो डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ रेशियोज फाइंड करने से। Besides this, the future earning capacity of the entity also can be forecasted. Mostly all stakeholders for their investment decision gather information of the present and future earning through the analysis. Understand? Next है efficiency evaluation of assets. Efficiency evaluation of use of assets. Business entity acquires different assets as per the nature of business. Business की सारी assets कैसी होती है? तो according to the business होती है। With the help of these assets, production and sales are done and service are provided. The use of these assets should be at maximum level. Maximum use of assets generate more earnings. Through financial analysis, the evaluation of the efficient use of assets can be done. Next है short term and long term solvency evaluation. Students, listen it carefully. The payments are provided by the business to different parties who provides goods and services to the business in short-term period. Therefore, short-term solvency evaluation are to be done in the business. While financial institutions and bank provide long-term advances to the business entities. Therefore, long-term solvency evaluation are to be done by financial analysis in the business. Next है evaluation of managerial efficiency. The owners and the management are two different entities in the company. Form of a business. Funds of shareholder are managed by the board of directors. Besides, officers execute the decision taken by the board of directors. Students, the owners and the management are two different entities in the company form of business. हमें पता है कि owners और management दोनों ही important है for a company. Funds of shareholders are managed by the board of directors. Funds को कौन manage करता है? Board of directors. Besides, officer execute the decision taken by the board of directors. Therefore, through financial analysis, evaluation of effectiveness and fairness of the decision of the board of directors can be done. The performance evaluation of the officers can also be done through these analysis. Next है planning for budget. Budget means the quantitative planning or statistical planning of future objectives in present. What will be the future sales? How much purchase is required? How much will be the production in future? How much cash will be required? What will be the revenue expenses? Question mark. What will be the capital expenses? Are estimated. तो हमने अभी जो क्वेश्चन डिस्कस किए कि कितना सेल्स होना चाहिए, कितना परचेस रिक्वायर्ड होगा, कितनी कैश होनी चाहिए, कितना प्रोडक्शन होना चाहिए, तो ये सब क्या होता है? प्लानिंग होता है। तो वो क्या होता है? एस्टिमेटेड होता है। सो एनालिसिस ऑफ फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट इज यूजफुल टू मेक अ प्रोसेस ऑफ बजट इफेक्टिव. So student, these are the objectives of financial analysis. First, evaluation of earning capacity. Second, efficiency evaluation of use of assets. Third one, short and long term solvency evaluation. Next, evaluation of managerial efficiency and planning for budget. Now moving to the next point. Next point is uses of financial analysis. Generally, 4 different aspects are analyzed from the analysis of financial statement. Analysis of profitability, analysis of liquidity, analysis of solvency, and last one, analysis of efficiency. Understand? What is the mean of analysis of profitability? So these disclose the earning capacity of business entity. Next है analysis of liquidity. ये क्या दिखाता है? This discloses the short term solvency of business entity. The next, analysis of solvency. This discloses the long term solvency of business entity. And analysis of efficiency. This explains the degree of use of assets. So these 3 main uses we have to discuss today. Understand? सबसे पहला है dividend. The payment of dividend for a company is based on earning capacity. Dividend किस पे based होता है? तो earning capacity पे based होता है. In the company form, dividend decision is analyzed by different stakeholders like existing investors, potential investors, and company itself. For dividend payment decision, financial statement analysis is useful. Next है investment. Some investors invest their funds to receive regular income of dividend, while some investors invest their funds for capital appreciation. For that, decision can be taken through profitability and solvency analysis. Next है lending. Financial institution want to know solvency and liquidity of company for the purpose of lending. For this purpose, financial analysis is very useful. Moreover, from analysis of financial statements, business entity can estimate its own borrowing capacity to borrow funds from the market. Understand? These are the 3 uses of financial analysis. First, कितना डिविडेंड पेमेंट करना है. सेकंड वन, कितना कैसे इन्वेस्टमेंट करना है. और लैंडिंग, इसका मतलब है फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशन वांट टू नो द सॉल्वेंसी एंड लिक्विडिटी ऑफ अ कंपनी फॉर द पर्पस ऑफ लैंडिंग. अगर कोई फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशन है, अगर किसी को वो लोन देना चाहता है, तो सबसे पहले वो फर्म का क्या फाइंड आउट करेगा कि उसकी लिक्विडिटी कैसी है, उसकी सॉल्वेंसी कैसी है. उसके बाद वो उसको क्या दे पाएगा, लोन दे पाएगा. अंडरस्टैंड? फॉर दिस पर्पस फाइनेंशियल एनालिसिस इज वेरी यूजफुल. Moreover, from the analysis of financial statement, business entity can estimate its own borrowings capacity to borrow funds from the markets. So these are the 3 main uses of financial analysis. Now moving to the next, limitations of financial analysis. Next point, limitations of financial analysis. The analysis of financial statements is done in various ways. This is useful to different parties, different stakeholders, acquire appropriate information about good and weak aspects of business entity through this analysis. However, there are some limitations of financial statement analysis, thus as and when financial statement analysis is undertaken, the following limitations should also be considered. Then first, historical data. Financial accounts are prepared on the basis of past transaction, right? Thus, financial accounts are known as historical accounts. The analysis of financial statements is based on historical information. Because हम कंपैरिजन करते हैं किससे? तो हिस्टोरिकल इंफॉर्मेशन से कंपैरिजन करते हैं, राइट? करंट ईयर को हम लोग पहले के ईयर से कंपैरिजन होती है. द एनालिसिस ऑफ फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट इज बेस्ड ऑन हिस्टोरिकल इंफॉर्मेशन. फ्रॉम दिस एनालिसिस द फ्यूचर कैन बी फोरकास्टेड. दोनों की कंपैरिजन करके हम फ्यूचर को क्या करते हैं? प्रेडिक्ट करते हैं. From these analyses, the future can be forecasted. The shareholders and other parties are more concerned with the future of business entity, which cannot be availed from these analyses, but the estimation of future can be made. Next है inflation. Due to inflation, information disclosed in financial statement does not represent the real status. Specifically, at the time of the valuation of asset, the impact of inflation is ignored in financial statements. Assets are disclosed at their old value and replacement cost, which is higher, is not considered. Income statement is prepared at current prices and balance sheet discloses actual prices of past. Thus, one statement is prepared as per current price and other financial statement is prepared as per historical price. In brief, the value of money is not considered comprehensively. Therefore, the result as per financial statement analysis might fail to provide guidance. Next, financial measurement. The financial statement consider only the monetary aspects which can be measured. These statements ignore the qualitative aspects such as efficiency of directors, expertise, honesty, etc. Understand? Next है limitation of financial statement. The operation of analysis is done on the basis of information provided in financial statements. The correct and fair analysis and interpretation are entirely based on information disclosed in the financial statement. There is a direct relation between true and fair information and effective and efficient analysis. Thus, if information of financial statements is incorrect or inadequate, the true and fair analysis of information cannot be done. Here, the financial analysis is dependent variable, which is based on appropriateness of financial statement. Next है personal opinion. There are options in accounting for preparing the accounts. Example, use of depreciation method, inventory valuation method. Thus, there is a possibility of personal opinion. Due to this opinion, there is a room for subjectivity and preparation of accounts. This also creates hurdle for financial analysis. Thus, it can be considered as a limitation. Next, truthfulness. As stated earlier, fair financial analysis is based on truthfulness of the financial statements. Many a times, the information disclosed in financial statement is not found to be correct. Accounts are prepared on the basis of incorrect information rather than correct information. Thus, decision made by stakeholders stayed incorrect. This is also a limitation of financial analysis. Next, solution of problem. Financial analysis provides information of causes of the problems but does not provide the solution of it. Causes बताता है but solution दिखाता नहीं है. For example, if a company has expected 30% of gross profit and company earned 20% gross profit, the reduced gross profit rate can be seen through financial statement analysis, but why gross profit is reduced cannot be ascertained. The management has to find out the solution and has to frame strategy accordingly. From the above discussion, it is concluded that the limitation of financial analysis are the result of limitation of financial statement. If the limitation of financial statement are eliminated, the limitation of financial analysis will be removed automatically. Understand? Now moving to the next point. Users of financial analysis. Following are the users of financial analysis. The information disclosed the financial statements can be used directly by the stakeholders, but after having analysis of financial statements, the information of financial statements become more precious and understandable. Therefore, all the stakeholders can take their appropriate decision. These analyses for external purpose, for internal purpose, for short-term purpose, for short-term decision, for long-term decision, for existing investors and for potential investors. So students, these are the users of financial statements. So first, equity shareholders. By financial statement analysis, equity shareholders are interested in knowing whether their investment is safe or not, and whether regular and increasing dividends shall be received on capital invested or not. They are also expecting appreciation in market price of share with the growth of company. Next is preference shareholder. Preference shareholders are interested in analyzing financial statement to know whether they will be able to get regular dividend or not, whether their investment is safe, whether they will be able to get back their capital on maturity, right? Next is debenture holders. Debenture holders are interested in analyzing financial statement to know about safety of money and regular return on investment. Next, potential investors. Potential investors are interested in analysis to know whether to invest in shares of company or not, whether their investment is safe, regularity of return, probability of capital gain due to growth of company, etc. Next है management. By financial statement analysis, management of the company wants to measure its efficiency in managing company. Next, employees trade unions. Employees and trade unions are interested in analyzing financial statement from the viewpoint of possibility of better salaries, perks and operating efficiency. Next, creditors. Creditors are interested in financial statement analysis to know whether they will be able to recover the money in respect of goods or services supplied to company, and also to know about the possibility of continued business with the company. Next, government. Government is interested in financial statement analysis from the point of view of taxation and planning. Next, customers. Customers are interested in financial statements analysis to know whether the company is selling to them quality products at the reasonable price. Next, competitors. Competitors are interested in knowing the strategies of an enterprise by financial statement analysis so that they can also formulate their appropriate policies. Next, public. Company is one of type of component of society. Company should upkeep some social responsibility. Its useful information is to be received to the public by analysis. In short, analysis of financial statement is useful for knowing the liquidity position of the company, profitability, operating efficiency, proportion of debt to equity, progress of a company. So students, these are the users of financial analysis. सबसे पहले इक्विटी शेयर होल्डर्स जो अपने डिविडेंड के लिए इंटरेस्ट रखता है. नेक्स्ट है प्रेफरेंस शेयर होल्डर, वो भी अपने डिविडेंड के लिए इंटरेस्ट रखता है कि उसको रेगुलर इनकम मिलेगी या नहीं मिलेगी. डिबेंचर होल्डर्स भी इसीलिए इंटरेस्ट रखता है कि उसका अपना मनी जो इन्वेस्ट किया है वो कितना सेफ है. देन नेक्स्ट है पोटेंशियल इन्वेस्टर्स, राइट. वो ऐसा सोचता है कि वो कंपनी में अगर शेयर में वो इन्वेस्ट करना चाहता है तो कर पाएगा या नहीं कर पाएगा. वो फाइनेंशियल एनालिसिस से पता चलता है कि कंपनी कौन सी सिचुएशन में है, कंपनी का ग्रोथ कैसे रहेगा, राइट. देन मैनेजमेंट भी को भी बहुत यूजफुल है फाइनेंशियल एनालिसिस बिकॉज इट्स एफिशिएंसी इन मैनेजिंग कंपनी. दे वांट्स टू मेजर द एफिशिएंसी इन मैनेजिंग कंपनी. नेक्स्ट है एम्प्लॉइज और ट्रेड यूनियंस, वो अपनी सैलरी के लिए अच्छे बेनिफिट्स के लिए इंटरेस्ट रखेगा. Then creditors are interested financial statements analysis to know whether they will be able to recover the money in respect goods and services. वो अपना पैसा रिकवर कर पाएंगे या नहीं कर पाएंगे. गवर्नमेंट अपने टैक्सेशन और प्लानिंग के लिए इंटरेस्ट रखती है. देन customer interest is financial statement analysis to know whether the company is selling to them quality products at a reasonable price. यानी कंपनी क्वालिटी प्रोडक्ट सेल कर रही है और वो भी रिजनेबल प्राइस से कर रही है. कॉम्पिटिटर्स को कैसे, तो कॉम्पिटिटर टू नो वेदर द कंपनी इज सेलिंग टू देम क्वालिटी प्रोडक्ट्स एंड रिजनेबल प्राइस. एंड फॉर कॉम्पिटिटर्स knowing the strategies of an enterprise by financial statement analysis so that they can also formulate their appropriate policies. And for public, company should upkeep some social responsibility. It is useful information is to be received to the public by analysis. Next, steps of financial analysis. First step, structural arrangement. The information of financial statement is arranged for analysis. For these different tools such as common size financial statement, comparative statement ratio analysis, etc. are used. Financial statements represent historical information through this type of presentation which is useful for decision making. Next, comparison. True idea of financial information is not to be obtained from information of figures. Thus, in the second stage of financial analysis, reclassified and rearranged information is compared. Analysis and interpretation is done on the basis of comparison. Next, analysis and interpretation. The third stage of financial analysis is an analysis and interpretation. Under this stage, an attempt is made to explain information in quantitative manner along with quantitative form. Analysis means appropriate examination or evaluation of information where information is categorized into different components and their relationship is tested. Interpretation gives explanation of this relationship. Performance evaluation of a company is done on the basis of analysis and interpretation. From this evaluation, it can be ascertained that whether company has good financial health or not. Different stakeholders make their decision on the basis of this analysis and interpretation. So student, our lecture is over here. I hope you understand it very well. Thank you, students.